The Battle of Zenta, fought on September 11, 1697, stands as a pivotal moment in European history. It marked a crushing defeat for the Ottoman Empire at the hands of the Holy League, a coalition of European powers. This clash on the banks of the Tisa River in modern-day Serbia had far-reaching consequences for the future of the Ottoman Empire and the balance of power in Europe. The late 17th century was a time of great turmoil and transformation. The Ottoman Empire, once a formidable force that had threatened the very heart of Europe, was facing internal challenges and external pressures. Meanwhile, European powers were experiencing a period of growth and expansion, eager to assert their dominance on the world stage. The stage was set for a showdown. The Battle of Zenta would be a clash of civilizations, a test of strength between two opposing forces vying for supremacy. The outcome of this battle would have profound implications for generations to come, shaping the destiny of nations and redrawing the map of Europe. At the dawn of the 17th century, the Ottoman Empire stood as a colossal power, a beacon of might and grandeur that dominated the landscape of the known world. Their vast territory spanned across 3 continents, from the southeastern edges of Europe to the Persian Gulf, encompassing a diverse array of cultures, languages and peoples. Their military might was renowned, their armies feared throughout the known world. The Ottoman soldiers, with their distinctive uniforms and disciplined formations, were a force to be reckoned with on any battlefield. However, by the late 17th century, cracks were beginning to appear in the empire's formidable facade. The once unshakable foundations of the empire were starting to show signs of wear and tear. Internal strife and economic woes had begun to plague the once mighty empire. The bustling markets that once symbolized prosperity were now scenes of discontent and struggle. The reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, a golden age for the Ottomans, was a distant memory. His era of expansion and cultural flourishing seemed like a bygone dream. Decades of military campaigns had drained the empire's resources, and a succession of weak rulers had failed to address the growing problems. The once unstoppable military machine was now a shadow of its former self. The Ottoman army, once a symbol of power and invincibility, was also showing signs of weakness. The soldiers who once marched with pride and confidence now faced uncertainty and doubt. While still a formidable force, it lacked the discipline and leadership of earlier generations. The battles that once ended in swift victories were now prolonged and costly. Corruption and inefficiency had crept into the ranks, eroding the army's effectiveness. The once clear chain of command was now muddled with self-serving officials and power struggles. The once feared janissaries, the elite infantry units of the Ottoman army, had become more interested in preserving their own power and privileges than in serving the empire. Their loyalty was no longer to the Sultan but to their own interests. The Ottoman Empire was at a crossroads. The decisions made in this critical period would shape the future of the empire for generations to come. Facing internal decay and a rising tide of external threats, the empire's survival was at stake. The once dominant power now found itself vulnerable to both internal dissent and external aggression. The Battle of Zenta would be a crucial test for the Faltering Giant, a moment of truth that would determine its fate for centuries to come. This battle would either mark the beginning of a resurgence or the start of a long decline. While the Ottoman Empire grappled with its internal struggles, a new force was emerging in Europe, the Holy League. This coalition was not just a military alliance, but a symbol of unity among diverse European powers, each driven by their own unique motivations and historical contexts. Formed in 1684, the Holy League was a coalition of European powers united by a common goal: to halt the Ottoman advance into Europe and roll back their territorial gains. The formation of the Holy League marked a significant moment in European history as it brought together nations that had often been at odds with each other. The Holy League consisted of some of the most powerful states in Europe, each with their own motivations for joining the alliance. These motivations ranged from territorial ambitions to religious fervour, and the desire to protect their sovereignty from the encroaching Ottoman threat. The Holy Roman Empire, led by the ambitious Habsburg Emperor Leopold I, saw an opportunity to expand their influence eastward and secure their own borders. For Leopold, the Holy League was a means to strengthen his empire and assert dominance in the region. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, eager to protect their southern frontiers from Ottoman incursions, joined the League with a powerful force. Their legendary cavalry, the winged hussars, became a symbol of their commitment in military prowess. The Venetian Republic, a maritime power with extensive holdings in the Mediterranean, sought to safeguard their trade routes and possessions from Ottoman naval power. Venice's involvement was crucial, as their naval expertise provided a strategic advantage in controlling the seas. And the Papal States, under the leadership of Pope Innocent XI, provided financial and moral support to the alliance, motivated by a desire to defend Christendom from the perceived threat of Islam. The Pope's endorsement lent a spiritual dimension to the Holy League's mission, rallying support from across Catholic Europe. Despite their different backgrounds and ambitions, the members of the Holy League found common ground in their opposition to the Ottoman Empire. This unity was not without its challenges, as coordinating such a diverse coalition required diplomacy and compromise. This unlikely alliance, bound together by necessity and a shared sense of purpose, would prove to be a formidable force on the battlefield. The combined military strategies and resources of the Holy League members enabled them to mount a significant resistance against the Ottomans, altering the course of European history. Their collaboration demonstrated that even the most disparate of allies could unite against a common enemy, achieving feats that would have been impossible alone. The years leading up to the Battle of Zenta were marked by escalating tensions and skirmishes between the Ottoman Empire and the Holy League. These two powerful entities had been in a state of near constant conflict, each seeking to expand their influence and control over the contested regions of Europe. Both sides were preparing for a decisive confrontation, amassing their forces and vying for strategic advantage. The stakes were incredibly high, as the outcome of this impending battle could shift the balance of power in the region for years to come. The Ottomans, determined to regain their lost prestige and reverse their recent setbacks, launched a new campaign into Europe in 1697. This campaign was not just a military endeavour, but also a statement of intent, showcasing their resilience and ambition. Their objective was to capture the strategic city of Belgrade, which had fallen to the Holy League forces in 1688. Belgrade was more than just a city. It was a symbol of dominance and control over the region. The Ottoman army, under the command of Sultan Mustafa II, crossed the Danube and marched north towards Belgrade, their advance sending shockwaves through the Holy League. The sheer scale and speed of their movement caught many by surprise. The Holy League, caught off guard by the sudden Ottoman offensive, scrambled to respond. Their leaders convened emergency councils, strategizing on how to counter the formidable Ottoman force. Prince Eugene of Savoy, a brilliant military commander in service of the Holy Roman Empire, was tasked with assembling an army to confront the Ottoman threat. His reputation as a strategic genius preceded him, and his presence alone boosted the morale of his troops. Eugene was known for his tactical acumen, his charisma, and his ability to inspire his troops. His leadership style was both firm and motivating, earning him the unwavering loyalty of his men. He quickly gathered a force of approximately 50,000 men, a mix of imperial troops, German contingents, and cavalry units. This diverse army was a testament to the unity and cooperation within the Holy League. The Holy League army, though smaller than the Ottoman force, was better equipped, better trained, and led by a skilled and experienced commander. Their preparation and discipline were key factors that would play a crucial role in the upcoming battle. The stage was set for a clash of titans. Both sides knew that the outcome of this battle would have far-reaching consequences, not just for their respective empires, but for the future of Europe itself. The tension was palpable as the two armies prepared to face each other in what would become a defining moment in history.